What if bikepacking didn't begin with maps or kilometer counting, but with a quieter question? Is there space for me here? For many, this is the question that holds them back from participating. Before the gear, before the gravel, there was a gathering of women and non-binary folks who didn't need to be fast or fearless or fully prepared, just ready to show up. Building Momentum Bikepacking began with the intention to ride together, to make room, hold space, and move at the speed of trust. It's about creating a community where riders don't need to prove their worth. We ride for connection, not competition. We show up as we are, in all our joy, nerves, and curiosity. We're choosing slow rides, shared snacks, learning out loud, and asking questions without fear. This is about more than bikes. It's about feeling grounded in our bodies, our communities, and the places that we call home, even if it's just for one night. Building Momentum Bikepacking is about creating a space where showing up as you are is not only welcomed, but celebrated. It's a place to learn, ride, ask questions, make mistakes, and try again. In a world that often celebrates speed, distance, and perfection, we're choosing something different. And it starts right here with us, riding together, building momentum. My name's Nadeau, and I'm from Nelson, BC. I started Building Momentum Bikepacking because I found that there was a gap between women and non-binary folks being able to access bikepacking in a way that felt inclusive and community-driven. Last year, I was on a project for bikepacking.com where I created the West Kootenay bikepacking route network. And when I was doing that, I found that there really weren't a lot of women and non-binary folks that were available to come out with me on these route scouting missions. When I reflect on my bikepacking and how I got into this journey, I really think about the community that I created through bikepacking and how we were all there to talk about, what worked and what didn't work. I think there's a lot of amazing coverage about bikepacking out there, but a lot of it can be very performance driven or talks about, having the best gear or the fastest, lightest bike. Building Momentum Bikepacking is really about shifting that narrative, teaching folks to use what they have, and also a space that feels safe for folks that are historically marginalized and often excluded from a lot of adventure sports. They can ask those silly questions, show up as themselves, and really feel included in the sport as they're trying to learn. When I reflect on my bikepacking journey, so much of what I valued was having that community to learn with. And I think that sometimes it can feel intimidating to find that community. So the first bikepacking workshop was really my way to cultivate community in my local community of Nelson. So I had folks meet once a week for a month, and during each weekly meeting, we covered various topics such as backcountry period care, saddle sore prevention, how to pack your bike, how to plan a route, and some bike mechanics as well. And over the course of that month, we would take turns doing a potluck for each other so we could further deepen that connection and community building capacity. And then afterwards, we celebrated all of that learning through an overnight ride of the Frog Peak Loop. And this is one of the routes that I created for the West Kootenay Bikepacking Route Network last year. And so we really got to sort of come together, practice our skills after we had that opportunity to learn about all those key components and really learn about, what would I have wanted to know if I were on my first bikepacking workshop. Building Momentum Bikepacking is really in its infancy right now. This was the first workshop that I've ever held, the first time I've tried something like this. But I think It's really exciting because to me what this is doing is building that community for people to show up as themselves, to not feel nervous or like they can't perform in the right way, because there really is no right way in bikepacking. And so my hope is that we continue to grow and offer opportunities for women and non-binary folks to get together, to build community, to learn about the sport, but to also just have fun and get out on our bikes.
It's just a large group.
Yeah,
it's just a large group.
And that's just gonna be what it is, though, the whole way.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and I said that I have a.
Let's do this thing. Oh man, when life gets tough, get a bigger cassette. You gotta know when to hold them, you gotta know when to fold them.
Another.
We made it beautiful. I'm just wringing out the soles of my shoes.
You ever heard of it?
The river or the creek was running so fast. Just singing at the top of my lungs because I was by myself. Yeah, like that feeling.
All the things.
That blue mediocre.
Air, brake, chain, drop turn.